Right, in this video, I'm just going to quickly show you Kahoot. So I'll sign in. It's free to sign in. Free to create an account and obviously free to sign in. You don't have to pay to get in. Okay, you can see I've hardly created any Kahoots. I have used them, but I find them such a pain to create. So the good thing is you have public Kahoots, and you can see here there's 12.1 million, and there are Kahoots on every topic you can think of. So students love Kahoots because you can do general trivia with them. Like if you just wanted a bit of a lesson filler, you can do general trivia. But there are also plenty of maths ones. So just earlier today, I was looking at what was on there, and I came across a completing the square Kahoot. And the completing the square Kahoot basically went step by step and checked the students' understanding as you went along. I might just pause this to see how long it's gone. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see here, I don't know how they decide what comes up, but you can see, and there's Thanksgiving, so obviously there's a lot of American ones on here. But here's the completing the square one. So you can always check to see, well, does it suit you? And is it correct? Because remember that teachers can be creating these, and obviously we all make mistakes, but students can be making these as well. And as I suggested, get students to create them. Okay, get them to create them. I find it so frustrating to create them, especially if you want, 10 or more questions. And in maths, you need diagrams. So there's a lot of screenshots, etc. And this one here is fantastic. You can see the diagrams here, and I've gone through, and you can see they've checked for understanding, allows the students to say, oh, do you need more practice at it? And if you're interested, you can just go to play. So if I just go, actually I'll do preview because I don't have anyone to play with, and you can just see how a game is played. Just it might take a while to load. If you teach another subject like science, a lot of maths teachers also teach science, so there would be a lot of science and Kahoots, and I find Kahoots very useful for theory-based subjects. Okay, so theory, where the students have to learn a lot of content. Okay, so we just have to wait. Oh, let's do just a classic. Okay, so we just have to wait for so see how it says get your phone, so students can use their phone or laptops or iPad. Get them to type in the PIN. So you can put this up on the board, and then they're asked to put in their name. Kahoot won't allow them to put in any rude names. So you can just ask students to put in their it's taking a while to put in their first name. I think this is a blind Kahoot, which may not show how students are going, so you can just put in your name there. Okay, and then once it's got all the players, so you can see here, if you got 20 students in your class, you would have to wait for everyone to get in, or you say, oh, is everyone in? And then you press start, so all the names would pop up here. Okay, so here we're looking at completing the square. Okay, so the question will come up, students will have a bit of time to think about it, but obviously this question requires a picture as well, so the questions here, diagram, so you have to say what goes in these boxes. Okay, so okay, and then it'll tell you whether you're correct or not. I think with a blind Kahoot, I've never done a blind Kahoot before, but after each question it'll say how the students are going. So in a blind one, I would assume it doesn't show the students against each other on the computer. It'll just probably show them on their own device. All right, and then next, and there's another question. Where does 7x come from? By dividing the 14x by 2. And you say, okay, I see where you got it from, or can you show me another example? So if I didn't choose blue before, so let's see what actually happens if that happens. Okay, so perhaps the teacher will then go away and say, well, they need another example. I can do that later. Okay, I'm going to stop that there. So if you wanted to search for a Kahoot, okay, so we'll go back to public Kahoots. You can see here. So you might have other staff who have generated them. So let's say, oops, let's do a probability one. Then we went to school. We'll just do the quizzes. Okay, so you can see all the ones on probability here. I actually created one on probability, but it was the maths ones are quite difficult because students get quite competitive and they're more interested in quickly getting the result than getting the right answer, and you can see them panicking as you ask the question. So you got to make sure that, let's just try this one here. You can have a look at the questions to see, well, are they questions that students can quickly recall, or does it require a bit of working out? So if it requires a bit of working out, Kahoot is probably not the best because it's like a game show. So students quickly want to answer. And because you get marks based on not only a correct answer, but the speed, sometimes I think they're more likely to guess and hope that they guess correctly than actually guess and instead of actually answering the question properly. So you can see here we've got 12.1 million Kahoots, so quite a lot of Kahoots that they can choose from.